Lama Domba Jumden de Jin Shawan Da Jumba Yang Da Wazo Yawa Shaja Dua La Chazalo Lama Domba Jumden de Jin Shawan Yang Da Wazo Sanje Panjawa Shaja Dua La Chazalo Lama Domba Jumden de Jin Jumba Yang Da Wazo Sanje Panjawa Shaja Dua La Chada Jazo Jiu Daya ta omoya munem mahamuna yesu daya ta omoya mune mahamuna yesu daya ta omoya mune Mahamuneso Daya Tayo Mune Mahamuneso Daya Tayo Mune Mahamuneso Daya Tayo Mune Mahamuneso Daya Tayo Mune Mahamuneso There. So we did the pseudonym. The medical to reach realization. So do the the short man la. Okay, then the trigger requesting for trigger purpose. That. Then the request prior to the short lineage, short from the Lama Tsongkhapa, Lam Rinpoche, the short prayer to the lineage lamas, and the lineage, also the prayer to Shantideva.
Page 99. First, the short mandala offering. Found on page 16. Short mandala offering, page 16.
The short one, short mandala, okay. By offering this mental offering, so oneself, also family members, all the students, all the support benefactors, the projects organization, those who served the organization in the past or serving now, so everybody has as well as the pure wisdom, the victorious one, Lama our teaching, you see. That which is living in pure mortality, brave heart, doing extensive deeds for sentient beings, the yoga of the two stages, which essence, trust and wisdom, and unto blissfulness. Mechuan namdara zangme timdang de labje jase chebe nyingdo che dedo chege rimnye nanju je lo san chebe tendang yen cha oi shu I prostrate to the Guru and the three jewels, three precious of the rare, sublime rare jewels. Go for refuge. Please bless my mind and the sentient beings. Please bless my mind, the sentient beings' mind. Bless the means to transform the mind into a path to enlightenment. From Guru devotion, they sing Buddha, that's self-realization. From there, they root the path to enlightenment. From there, perfect image birth. From there, you see, Gajapataloika, middle keeping, higher keeping, and then the result vehicle tantra. Up to enlightenment is the mind to be transformed into complete path to enlightenment. That's what meaning. That's what it means. Blessing, ask him, bless my mind to transform to. So blessing is making the mind powerful to transform into the whole path of enlightenment. So that's the real meaning of blessing there. Myself, sentient beings, from the non-devotion thought, this is back to see it was a guru. the virtuous friend, then from there up to the subtle duality appearance, all the wrong concepts. All the wrong concepts there. To be seized immediately. So from bottom of my heart, make a request to the manifest. Please bless me to to actualize the right realizations from the respect, the devotion to the Guru, then up to the unification of normal learning. Until that, all the real right realization, to be generative thoughts, heart in the heart of sentient beings. Lama da gonjo Rinpoche namba sumla chakdo zike doje wa kyan nagan daya di chinji labdo so. Tata mazan jedam jechi nya lama go wa nesun dana jetu mingi na tama bagi chinji lo. Lama tata nyoda kaba da chinji la chinji la chinji la kuba ne mili we sun jo bagi. Chinji ma la ba na ta dala do ju la kya wa chinji la kyan chin na ba je. Nya wa shi wa chinji please specify immediately. All the obstacles, all the outer and inner obstacles, please specify immediately. Lama da gonjo Rinpoche namba sumla chakdo zike doje wa kyan nagan daya di chinji labdo so. Tata mazan de chinji lama go wa nesun jetu mingi na tama bagi chinji lo na ta nyoda kaba shi. Chinji la kuba ne mili we sun jo bagi chinji ma la ba na ta dala do ju la kya wa chinji. Kya chan nagan ba je tan chinji wa shi wa chinji la do so. Ida manguru rana mandana bane daya me. Before that, they're going to recite the particular request for Shantideva, okay? Can get sent you with the churches of Kandanavil to Shumata, Ning and Boston, the Jewish Can get sent you with the churches of even the mere part of the beams of the holy name of the Shantideva, see, whose holy name can get. The minute when it entered in the part of the ear of the fortunate one, and it eliminates immediately the darkness of the ear, darkness in the heart, the ignorance, you see, to the son of the victorious one, the Shantideva. I make request for that. So make that request, okay? Zopa So with that, we'll make the request to the gradual path of enlightenment to have these realizations and the short. So you did already the group, the Lama Chepa, the Shinshu Tamba. So the whole Lamrim with the Lojong and Tangtaji part of that. So so a short one. Make strong request from the heart. So oneself for oneself, and also something to be able to. Please bless me. See, to be able to see the to be able to see the Guru and Buddha, and to have a total aversion towards the samsara, total aversion to the samsara. Then to take the and then to take the full responsibility, liberating the mothers, liberating the mother sentient beings. So that is from the oceans of samsara suffering. To achieve the sublime realization of Mahamudra, the common and uncommon, the glorified unification, the Mahamudra, the common and uncommon. To me, in all sentient beings. Please bless my body and you, the Father's holy body. This Father is Guru, Guru. My body and your Father's Guru, you the Father's Guru. You the Father's holy body. My speech and you the Father's holy speech. You are my mind, you are the Father's holy mind to be one. Sa ji be ye ju je men do zhao ri ra lin xi nin de jian ba de sang jie xing du mei de wu wa ye zhe ge nam da xie ba ra shu aye tam guru ra na men da la kan ne ya da ya me sang jie jiao dang zu jie jiao nam la zhang zheng ba du de ni jie大概之前的别送见着了边界三见着主。So the meditation that goes with meditation. How to do the meditation with this? The refuge prayer and the bodhicitta meditation that goes with that. So the so so you see the first start that oneself, oneself. I've been experiencing general suffering samsara, the 6 types of suffering, so that's the 3 types of this, then the experience of the suffering through the 12 different related limb, then they have a so and the particular suffering three Lord realms, numberless times, from beginningless rebirth. From beginningless rebirth. It's very, very important to think this well, to think this deeply, to think this really, to think about this. Then only then one can understand, why one needs to be free from samsara. Only, then can't stand even second to be in samsara. Can't stand. You see? Otherwise we think we look at the samsara like a beautiful garden, something to always enjoy, you see. Something beautiful. So you see. You see, like the flies. The flies try to jump in the candle flame, butter lamp. You see, they try to jump in the light. No matter how hot it is, they try to get in. They try to get inside. Really want to get in. They stops by the balls, but so they get maybe the balls hot. They really want to get inside. It's time very hard to get inside, but they have no idea if they're inside. They will burn. They will be dead. You see, burn dead, but no idea. The thing is so beautiful, And the text says maybe like Shalyakam is slash mentor or something. But anyway, there's something very beautiful. You see, fire, flame, something very beautiful. You see, they have this total hallucination, wrong concept. Total hallucination. So they'll try to get inside. Or they, once they get inside, burned, you see, gone, you see. There's no time to enjoy. See? They thought it's something to enjoy, most unbelievable, fantastic, you see. But once they get inside, burned. So you see, so dead or fell in the candle wax, and completely wrapped with the candle. Completely wrapped up with candle, you see, hot. Can you imagine? So you see, what they believe and what it is, totally wrong. What they believe, what they believe, and what it is, totally opposite. What they really get inside. So this end, this is what happens, destroying themselves. so. And the fish, and you see the fish. They see the worm. They see the worm. That's they put the. I heard that they put a wire. This the worm go inside and outside. They go inside like when you sew the cloth in the thread. You see, go inside and out. I heard this about how they put the wire to the worm. So what worm is not dead, still moving. So fish think, that's when. You see, I found the jewel. You see, they think they found the jewel. You see, so they just run, to get it. Then it's gone. Then it's caught there. Then before you even before you died, you see, even before the die, even before conscience left, you see, body is cut in pieces. Can you imagine? So no time to die. Live consciously. So see, total hallucination. I say that. Total hallucination. Okay. What you believe? What you believe? You see. Total hallucination. Yeah. So then the reality, when they really get there, in the mouth, finished. You see, then you're caught. You're caught. Yeah, unimaginable suffering. There's no way to escape it. Caught. Complete total opposite to what you believe and what they see. Samsara is like that. Samsara is like that. So that's why we're trying to practice Dharma. But this Dharma is good. But you see, always failed. As I always say, you make a few steps up, slide down. See, it's like that, like walking over the ice. Ice road. I mean, ice mountains. You make 1-2 steps. So the whole life goes like that. You see. And that's because, you see, not realized samsara, not even realized how samsara is the nature of suffering. Can you imagine? So because of that. So looking at samsara, beautiful. You see, now this example, see, when you believe totally, actually it's not like that. So then you say your life end up like that, you see. That's similar, you see, the elephant. I don't remember everything, all the examples. They're full of examples. I mean, there's life like this, full of examples like that, you see. For example, for samsara, you see, what you believe something else, but in reality, totally not like that. That's unbelievable suffering. So the elephant, when you catch the elephant, I forget it now. Yeah, you put some, I don't know, I'm not sure. I've forgotten there. You put something there that attracts the elephant, I think. I don't know what. I'm not sure. The female elephant, I'm not sure what. To make a noise, then so I'm not sure what, I've forgotten now. So there was so much attraction, that's what you get that finish, you see. So the suffering. So there's a so there are many many examples of that in the life. Really, looking, wishing so much, being so attached, looking for so much, you see. But now when you actually get there, you actually bored them. It's not like that at all. Terrible suffering, and unbelievable problems. There's so many. See. So you see, for example, the relationships. Another example. I mean, this is quite common. You see. Yeah. So generally, of course, kind of similar to this example. So of course, at the first, you see, you're looking for desired object, you see, and then unable to find, so much your life is suffering, so much not find, and could not find desired, they could not find desirable object of desire, the relationship of a friend or so much suffering could not find it. See, then at least one day you thought you found. You saw somebody, see, and then wow, then you think that if I could be with this person, wow, then all the problems are gone. See? All the problems are gone. So you believe only happiness. You never think a problem. You never think, you see, there will be a problem. You never think. Only happiness. Like in Pure Land of Buddha, you see. No problem. Only happiness. Only happiness, only bliss, something like that, you see. You think. So you only think that you will. Then you see, I spend thousands and $1,000 million. Anyway, depend. If you have, then you spend. If you have money, you would spend everything. Maybe debts you borrow. Debts. The big debts, and all the money you would spend on that. You see. So one that you collected for many years, working hard. You see, working very, very hard. Spend all that. So anyway, so then at last, if it did happen to be together, if it did happen to be together, then you see, then okay, so if it happened, then you see, then if it did happen to live together, so the one. The 1 day goes, 2 days goes, 3 days goes. Then you come to know more and more of that person. Then you recognize that person more and more as longer. 1 day goes, 2 days goes, 3 days, 4 days goes. More and more the person's personality, person's ego, and all the inside things. Then you come. You can be more. Then you get more bored, you see. More bored. Or more bored, you see. Yeah. Then you see that you know, that's that beginning you have unbelievable. Wow, if I can be with that person, oh, you know, can be. You never think there will be problem. Only you know, only happiness, only bliss, something that you see. Yeah. So they so that now when you actually live together, so see, day by day it become less. That excitement, you see. See, then see more problems, ego, personality. Then gradually see how the body is dirty. You know, you see, doing kaka, pee pee. You know, well, this I heard. You know, that's why I'm telling. Somebody told me. One student told me. That's what I'm telling. So one Italian student. So you can understand. Now you can get the picture, idea. So you see, then you see how dirty the body is, and but before you never thought it. So then you see lose. I say the interests, the attractions. See, and then I say, yes, then you find many problems. Then you gradually fight. You know? Ego, personality. Then fight. You see, more fighting. Then start fighting. You know, more. You see. So then, after some time, you see, lost interest in them. You see. Yeah. Then you look for somebody else. Then you look for somebody else. You see. So again, exactly same. You know. So you find somebody. You know. You know. If I came with this person, you know, only happiness. You never think problem. But it's exactly the same, you know. What you have gone already you have gone through, you know. You have gone through already, but it's exactly the same, you know. But you don't know, you see, it's the same. Wow, only happiness if I can with this person. Wow, you know. Then again you put all the effort into that, you know. All the expenses, you know. So money that you know earned for many years, you know, through many years of education from kindergarten, school, primary school, college, university. Then you see, then money. Then you got a degree. Then you make money. You see, that you spend. There's no offering to Buddha Lama Sangha. I mean, there's no charity to others and things with compassion, nothing. So with the attachment, you know. The life become very expensive. Life become very expensive with the attachment. Attachment, self-smart attachment, life very expensive. You see, so expensive. A lot of debts, you know. So anyway, so then you see, then this person that you are living together, you see, now they see, now you pray, you wish, you wish, you see, anytime to go away, you know, anytime, you see, so your liberation will be free from this person, you know, your liberation will be free from this person, to the other person, to be free from this person and have other persons. So see your liberation for that. So what you're really looking for, you see, the purpose of life, you know, free from this person and to be with this person. Or any minute it can be. You know, they show you can't stand, you know, live in the same house, you see. You know. Yes, you see. so, you know, when I can be happy, you know, when I can be happy, free from this person, you see. Or you look for that, you see. So anyway, so even this person left, you see. So you're able to with the other person, you see. So again, so start another one, start another package. You know, not a package of relationship problems. Start another one, you see. But you don't know, you see. But you're not aware. So it goes on, like life goes on. Like that. Then they finish that. Then they want to finish again. Same. You know, when you live together, then you still come to know each other. And other person, or the other person leave you because you know that person knowing about your mind, your desire, your all the problems, your the emotional. Other person leave you, or you leave the other person. So like that, you see. Then I can start another one. So of course, anyway, so so life constantly in suffering. Life, you know, constantly, you see. I mean, it's like torturing yourself, you know. So you see. So that's, you know, so like that with the attachment, you know, with the selfish mind, with the attachment, like constantly suffer, you torture yourself. You see, you torture yourself. You're not really loving yourself. You're not really loving to yourself. You know, not loving others. You're not loving for others. You're not loving to yourself. So see, so because the motivation is only attachment. You see, not say. Not to see not the positive mind is a compassion, loving kind. Not that one, not that love. You see, so love is attachment. You see, so you see, yeah. If you really love yourself, then you should have compassion to others. You should have loving kindness to others. If you love yourself, you should have loving kindness to others. You should have compassion to others. You should have bodhicitta to others. You know, you should cherish others. If you love yourself, you should cherish others. You understand? If you love yourself, I think there's a lot of misunderstanding what it means you love yourself. That's a big mistake. You see, if you love yourself, you must care of karma. You must care of karma. You know, cause of suffering, cause of happiness. Abandon cause of suffering. Practice cause of happiness if you care. If you love yourself, you see, you need that. So if you do that, then that you're taking care of yourself. You love yourself. Being careless karma, careless dharma, then that's not loving yourself. See? That is, you see, the attachment, you know, love attachment, or that is torturing you and bring you consciousness, is lower realms and samsara. You see, so see, when you become when you pay a lot of when you become the mind becomes you know, alert, or the mindfulness in the karma, care karma, you see, abandon cause of suffering, practice cause of happiness, virtue. That is. From that you only achieve more happiness. Then you're taking care of yourself. You're loving yourself. See, when you practice dharma, when you are practicing dharma, you're loving yourself. When you're practicing dharma, you're loving yourself. When you're not practicing dharma, you're not loving yourself. When you're not practicing dharma, you become careless of yourself. So you become careless of you see. So continuously creates suffering. Creates suffering. See, not really thinking well. Continuously creates suffering to oneself. So that when you're not practicing dharma, mind is following delusion, ignorance, and attachment. self-changing, then you see on the action is only karma, and the result is only suffering. So you can see that is not loving yourself. Only when you practice dharma, your actions were the motivation, non-ignorance, non-anger, non-attachment, and your actions being virtue, result on happiness. Oh, then that you're taking care of yourself. You're loving to yourself. So see, then especially bodhicitta, especially no self-cherishing or cherishing others. Oh, that's the best one. That's the best one. That's the best one. That's the best one, taking care of yourself and taking care of other sentient beings. So that's best one. Taking care of yourself, best, making your life most meaningful, taking care of sentient beings, number of sentient beings, or bodhicitta. Oh, that's the best one. Oh, then everything, whatever you do, day and night, whatever you do, eating, walking, sitting, sleeping, whatever, everything being cause of enlightenment with that motivation. Everything being cause of enlightenment, cause of happiness of all sentient beings. Then you see, by the way, all your happiness, all your wishes, all your happiness up to enlightenment get it achieved. See, by the way, all your happiness, you see, it happens naturally. You see, so that is practicing bodhicitta is that's the best one to loving to the sentient beings, as well as by the way loving yourself. You see, so you achieve all the happiness up to enlightenment for you. So it's like that. That's the loving myself. Otherwise, what Otherwise, what normal people think love is, that's just the attachment, just the cause of suffering, just the attachment. So cause of suffering. See, see. That developing self-chasing thought, love yourself or developing self-chasing thought. Oh, you have to understand. Love yourself is developing self-chasing thought, selfish mind. For one happiness. Okay? So it's complete opposite of bodhicitta. Complete opposite of bodhicitta. Complete opposite of bodhicitta. So without bodhicitta, then you see, you can't bring happiness to numberless sentient beings. Happiness today, happiness this life, future life, happiness, liberation, something, enlightenment. You can't bring anything to the sentient beings. Can't benefit, and you can't benefit to yourself, only suffering. So if you don't pray, without bodhicitta, then all your wishes for happiness can never succeed. So you can see very clearly, if you don't have a good heart, you don't love yourself. If you don't have a good heart towards others sentient beings, you're not loving yourself. So that's total opposite. See, you can see that. So you can see how the Shantideva, Shantideva mentioned this, the reputation. Dagde Shenji Tungabu. Dakshin Jawa Machina, Losani to Minjure, Huanaya Devame. Jiten Paro Pasho, Citizen doing your that one. So you understood, yeah. That's in Jawa. If you don't exchange yourself for others, that's in Jawa. That's in Jawa. So you can. If you don't change yourself for others, if you don't exchange yourself for others, the enlightenment cannot be achieved. Even there's no happiness, even in the samsara. Live aside future lives. Even the happiness of this life cannot be achieved. So if you want to cherish I, this is what happens. So that's very simple example. You see, say if you cherish the I, you see, it harms you. You're not loving yourself. It's harming you because from beginning it's rebirth. You see, we have been oneself have been cherishing. I is cherishing this I from beginningless rebirth. From beginningless rebirth. So that's why so far didn't achieve enlightenment for sentient beings. Unable to liberate numberless sentient beings from oceans of samsara stuff. Didn't happen even to bring to enlightenment. You see. Besides unable to bring them to enlightenment, besides unable to liberate them from oceans of samsara, even that didn't happen. So you see, and then you see, oneself achieving enlightenment didn't happen so far. Even our mind has no beginningless. But you see, it has all the potential to achieve enlightenment. It has a Buddha nature for the potential to achieve enlightenment, but still did not achieve enlightenment, and still did not achieve even liberation from oceans of samsara suffering. So there's no confidence. Even you see, if the death happens tonight, is after going to bed. If death happened before getting up tomorrow, before getting up tomorrow morning, if the death happened, there's no full confidence to not be reborn law realms to get a higher birth. You see, there's no full confidence. You see, after going to bed. There's people getting up tomorrow morning if that happened. You see, so there's no full confidence. So all that shortcomings of self-cherishing thought from the beginning, cherishing I from the shortcomings, cherishing the I from beginningless rebirth up to now. This is Buddhist Deva clearly explained that. See, if you don't exchange ones for others, see. Instead of giving out, instead of renouncing other sentient beings, their happiness, then you see, the let go I, the let go I, from where all the suffering comes, all the problem comes, I to the selfish mind and the I, you see, and from where all the happiness comes, from where all your past, present, future. All from all the happiness from beginning, rebirth, happiness, all the future happiness, you see, liberation from the ultimate happiness, liberation from the enlightenment, from where all the happiness comes, from the others, the sentient beings, numberless helping, hundreds of animals, human beings, sura, asura. So even one sentient being, see, that's all the sentient beings, see. So they cherish that, Let go I, from where all the suffering comes. Cherish others from where you get all the happiness. See, so the examples for others. If that's not done, so if that one doesn't do, then enlightenment cannot be achieved, and the liberty, the happiness, even the happiness of this life cannot be achieved. That also. Even this life, yeah. So in our life, so much is your wishes don't get fulfilled. It's not only. Here's one point. Not only past life out of selfish mind, and then you see selfish mind. Then there's ignorance and attachment. Right? Then you see. Did the actions, so become negative karma. So become negative karma, or killing others for telling lie, or the like channel virtues, killing, stealing, conduct, telling lies, slandering, gossiping, hurting, saying words with hurt others, and then covetousness, ill will, heresy, softness. So that's a basic example of the negative karma. So it's done with the self-cherishing thought. It's done with the self-cherishing thought, and then ignorance and those delusions there. Because that you see, then the action become negative. Then those actions become negative. Actions of the body, 3 actions of the body, or 4 actions of speech become negative. You see. For the bodhisattvas, brave-hearted bodhisattvas who sacrificed their life for sentient beings, even for one sentient being, is it to protect, to negate reborn law by creating the karma, to protect the sentient from that. And then they completely sacrifice their life to be born in hell for the sake of that sentient being. to protect their sentient, you see, they can completely sacrifice their life to suffer in the hell, you know. So the kind of bodhisattvas, or the 3 actions of body, 4 actions of speech, you know, killing, stealing, telling lies, surrendering, gossiping, saying words which hurt us, all those become good karma. And not only good karma, but not only good karma, but it become extremely powerful virtuous action that quite unbelievable merits and see purification. Yeah. So for example, yeah. So that you see. So the Bodhisattva, you know, the Buddha's past life, Bodhisattva, you see, was captain, and then they knew this, you know, this one short black man, you see, the Menak in Tibetan language, carrying spear and short body, you see. He was thinking to kill the 500 business people who were in the Shiva boat, you see. So then the Bodhisattva captain knew that, you know, what he was thinking, you see. So then the Bodhisattva captain felt unbelievable compassion. If you did that, unbelievable, then born in the hell for suffer from years. So he felt unbelievable compassion to this man, you see, who was thinking to kill. So then he thought to kill that person, you see, and himself to be born in hell instead of that person. So then you see, so then with that, so with that unbelievable compassion, totally sacrificing himself into burning hell for that person, you see, to save that person. So he did that. By doing that, he didn't get reborn in the lower realms. The Bodhisattva captain didn't. And then you see, Bodhisattva captain collected, you know, collected the unconceivable merit. Bodhisattva captain collected unconceivable, unbelievable merit, collect, you know, merits, unconceivable merits, and it become closer to enlightenment as a group, become closer to enlightenment, become closer to be free from samsara. Become closer to enlightenment, become closer to be free from samsara. 100,000 years closer to liberation, to be free from samsara. You know, become so close. 100,000 years it matters so close to be free from samsara. That much time, you see, 100,000 years, you see, to be free. That, you know, say, that much time is so close to be free from samsara, you see, close to enlightenment, so like that, you see. So the unbelievable, the motivation is that brave heart, you see, the brave heart, the compassion, so that is so. So there's a similar also Mithya Buddhas. There's a there's a similar also Mithya Buddhas. You know, Mithya Buddhas one Bodhisattva. You see yeah. So see. Yeah. So that. So then that see. Again, see, that's the story. See, 40,000 years. They become purified, but the 40,000 years. Closer to be free from samsara, become so closer to be free from samsara. That is the story. Something the one girl who was like crazy what they not wanted to find companions. This is crazy one. Wanted to kill herself or something. I'm sure. Could not find a companion or something. So anyway, maybe the past Bodhisattva is there. So and then being with that, again with the unbearable compassion. So then you see, then you see, sacrificing. Then you see God, say 40,000 years. You see, people that 40,000 years, close to liberation from samsara, like that. So anyway, so motivation. So what I was saying, so you see, pass with the motivation, self-chasing thought, and then those delusions, then the actions begin to get karma, you see harm, and get karma harmful to others, harm to. So then you see, so then you experience the result of those sufferings in this life. And not only that, also in this life, you see, so many times selfish, the shortcomings of self-chasing thought, the motivation self-chasing thought, then it becomes obstacle in your work. You see, become obstacle self-chasing thought. So they create many problems, to others, create many problems, mistakes, way of speaking, way of doing things, because of motivation self-chasing thought, and then they disturb other people. Then you lose your job, or say the boss kick you out, or many things. So anyway, so even this life, you see, many what you wish you don't get fulfilled. You see, happy, you don't achieve happiness. So the selfish mind, motivation, selfish mind, then that creates problems, obstacles. You see, all like that. So so how about what was saying? Anyway, so what was that? So all this is not realized to have some certain nature of suffering. So then, looking at it like a beautiful garden, looking at it say happiness. So then that matter to suffer. Oh, this is without talking law realms, just this life, so much. Then so the problem. Then many times you thought to kill yourself. Many times suicidal. Many times then you see this problem is so much. The problem has become so much. You see, then suicidal thought rises. So many times suicidal thought came. You want to kill yourself. You see, so many times happened. So so with this with the subject thought that is. So much feel like you can't move, the problems in the life, you can't move, you can't breathe, you can't move, like you are pressed by the mountains or that, or the kind of problems around you, see, like suffocated, kind of like that, you see. Then you see, even one read Dharma books, even one received teachings, but can't, so strong this the delusions of the subject, and then unable to remember, can't remember those teachings, given by by those greater enlightened beings. See? So those are great, and then don't remember. I don't remember at all, and then you see, it looks like you have never met Dharma in your life. Looks like you never met. When the problem comes, it looks like you never met Dharma in this life. Like you don't know Dharma at all. Looks like that when the problem comes in the life. You see, so you see, So even intellectually, what you know. If you're intellectually what you do know, you don't remember that time. So because the other one has exaggerated the problems with the the way of thinking, wrong way of thinking, the word delusion. See, so even you may have intellectual understanding, so Dharma meditation thing, but at that time can't remember at all. So then suicidal. What comes is easily suicidal thoughts. So that. So what comes is the suicidal thoughts. What very easily comes as suicidal thoughts. You see that, like that. the suicidal thought. Suicidal thought is the suicidal thought is. I think maybe I should explain something here since I'm talking about this. So. So you see, you have some, the attachment problem. You see, basically caused by the attachment. You see, something didn't happen what you want, what selfish mind want, you didn't achieve. So you see, so the become as a heavy problem. It's unbelievable heavy problem. So there's something what attachment, what substance, what didn't happen. You see, so some that. So something based on that. Then you see. Then you see then there's also you see your lung or high wind disease, what is it? Panorama? Prana, huh? What? Paranoia. Oh, yes. Paranoia. So anyway, then you see paranoia comes. Also, paranoia comes. When the paranoia comes, then you hear sound. It is not happen. It's not happening, but you hear sound. You see the person. The person who you're angry to, or who's attached to, or the person around, or you hear sound of that person's voice, or so it's all involved with the spirit harm. Then that time also spirit harm is involved. You see, basically caused by your delusion, the problem. See, attachment. Well, then you see it is easy to spirit those. Those spirit positions. See, so then they involved. See, they find it easy to harm you that time. Those you see when your life wants those emotions, they find it easy to harm you. So then you have this voice and all these many things. See? So you believe in. Then you believe in this. When you believe in this, then you see that makes it kind of crazy. You see, like that. So it makes it kind of crazy. You see, like you believe in that. So you see. So if you check, when this thing starts, if you're able to instead of believing, you check whether this happened or not, whether it actually happened or not. You see, if you check and you come to know it didn't happen, the person didn't happen. You see, and then you come to know it is you. It is a paranoia. You're able to accept. You see, able to accept paranoia. You see, so then you see. Then you see, then you become mind becomes comfortable. You see, comfortable. So you don't accept it. What it be here? See, and also maybe that time maybe it doesn't happen. Perhaps you see, maybe when you're believing might be. I'm not sure, whatever. So like that. So then. Then those times. Also suicidal thoughts also happen. The spirit make you to think like this, make you to think like that. You see, to harm. See there. Then you see, Then you see, then jumping from the bridge and in the ocean, from high towers, whatever, all these things you see. Makes you jump. See. So the spirit is makes you think like that and to do those things. See, so so that say so. However, there's one thing. There's one thing. When you think suicidal thoughts, you must think there's reincarnation. There's a reincarnation. There's a karma. There's a reincarnation. There's karma. You must think that. When a suicidal thought comes, must think there's a reincarnation karma. Oh, then you see. So then you see. Then you have to reborn the lower realms. This problem is nothing. This life is great. It's like liberation, great peace compared being the hell now. Being the hell now, this is like liberation, incredible peace. No matter, even though in human realm, this is you think this huge suffering, you know. But compared to the gross animal naraks, I mean the helping narak. See, this nothing. This is great peace, happiness compared to suffering. So see, so they say all the human beings fire energy, you put together, and then you see these one tiny fire spark from the hell, one tiny fire spark. You see this, almost the human beings fire energy is like a hell. It's like snowfall. It's like air condition. It's like snowfall. See, not of one tiny fire spark. Is so that's something else. Yeah, it is said like this in the teachings. The human being's fire is, you see, the end of the world fire is 60 times heavier, hotter than the fire. Human being's fire energy now, you see, 60 times the end of the fire, which melts the Rocky Mountains, so the much hotter, 60 times. And then now the one tiny fire spark from the hell is 7 times hotter than the end of the fire that was melt the Rocky Mountains in the end of the world. You see, so the one tiny fire spark from the hell, you can imagine. So therefore, the human being, you see, the problem, the comparative great peace, happiness, like liberation, you see, compare that was suffering the hell realm, can imagine. So like that. So anyway, I say, whenever the suicidal thought comes, must think there's reincarnation, karma, must think that. So then the Lord realms of all that, you see. So then, by thinking that, then it protect you, see, from being killed, from the killing yourself, you see. Protect. So what happens due to delusion, delusion, and your karma, delusion. See, that's the main one. Then this is because that then outside spirit is to harm you. So relating to that. So then you see suicidal thought comes to kill yourself. So then it's that time can't think anything. Can't think anything. You just want to suicidal. Nothing else. You can't think. Even normally you have a lot of intellectual understanding of Dharma, but can't use that time. See. So that. So study so much Dharma, study text. Even that you see. So I can't that time. Say unable to think. See. So that. So however, so. Must write down, notebooks. How is it that when the third thought comes, must think reincarnation, karma. There's life after this. Oh, you think there's a life after this. Oh, then you can understand this is nothing. This problem is nothing. Oh, you see. So that is it. So anyway, anyway, so I should go back. So the life is full of examples. you have hallucination so much, wrong belief. Then when you actually do that, it's something else. So they suffer so much. So they say, or sometimes think, sometimes think, if I can be with this person, then we can practice Dharma together. It will be lovely, lovely. Practice Dharma together, achieving enlightenment together, achieving enlightenment together. So I think anyway. So but in the reality, when you that's it, then fight, something else. Anyway, so you see, what I was saying is. So then you see in the life, if you're practicing loving kindness, compassion, or this bodhicitta, or you see whether you are married, unmarried, or whether you're living family, not living family, whatever it is, if you're doing that, practicing lamrim, practicing bodhicitta, deep in the path, if you're practicing that, then you see your life is really meaningful, and you see then you're loving yourself, you're taking care of yourself. That was not. So basically, if you're not practicing Dharma, you're not loving yourself, you're following delusion. So this is only harming to others, harming others. So you see, I love myself, I love myself. Then you go into the fire, you go into the fire. I love myself, you see. I love myself. You go in the fire, you see. So it's like them. So it's like that. Because I love myself, so you go in the fire, you see. So people like that. So go back now. So that's actually become an extra talk. Sorry. Yeah. Oneself and first of all, you think oneself, say, or you tell I myself experience general suffering, samsara, particular suffering of the Lord, numberless times from the beginning, let's report, okay? From the beginning, let's report. Think this. Just spend a little bit of time in this, from beginning, let's report. From beginning, let's report. It's very important. Beginning, let's report. So when you think suffering from beginning, then now you know what to do. Then now you know what to do. You see? Well, now what to do? Future. You see? Then really awakens you. See? It makes you wake up. Wake up. You see? And that. See? Otherwise, it's sleeping. The Russian, it's a Russian, right? Not Gorbachev. What's his name? Not Gorbachev. The one who went in Tibet and come somewhere, learn some Dharma. And what's his name? Gurjev, yeah. Gurjev. So this was before Tibet was independent, you see, a long time ago. So that time people mind so closed, Oh, no way to teach Dharma. Impossible, so closed. No rapid, no comment, no rapid. So then he was teaching Dharma in England. So for ignorance, he didn't use the word ignorance. He is sleeping. He used the word sleeping for ignorance. He's sleeping. So he used very simple word like that. It's a present Dharma, So anyway, so now the master wake up, you see. So otherwise not, you see. Otherwise doesn't wake up. So anyway, so then that you see. You see. So, there's no samsara pleasure. that we never experienced. There's nothing left. Nothing left. Any suffering, any comfort that you have, nothing left. Experienced numberless times. And any suffering, nothing new left. You experience numberless times from beginning relationship. Oh, okay. So then now not only yourself, now see. Then numberless helpings, numberless helpings, numberless helpings. You see, oh, the numbers of them. Oh, everyone have been experienced general suffering or some particular suffering, Lord, numberless times, from beginning relationship, What the numberless, everyone like you, everyone suffered. General suffering, particular suffering, Lord, numberless times from beginning relationship. The numberless times goes the same. Experience general suffering, particular suffering, Lord, numberless times from beginning. The numberless animals experience general suffering, particular suffering, Lord, numberless times, from beginning relationship. Oh, from beginning relationship. Numberless human beings experience general suffering, particular suffering, Lord, numberless times, from beginning relationship. From beginning relationship. Can you imagine? The numberless asuras, the intimacy of the experience general suffering, particular suffering, Lord, numberless times from beginning less rebirth. From beginning less rebirth. Imagine. We have to think really think this well. So numberless. Before you're thinking on yourself. Now, numberless. Can't stand. Can't stand the suffering. Can't stand even 1 second. See. So then you see that here you see cause of refuge. You see the usual fear, generating the usual fear of your samsara, that's done. Then second, you see this Mahana refuge, take Mahana refuge. So the Hinana refuge is the usual fear, generating usual fear of your own samsara. Then faith, generating faith to the Dhamma Sangha, they have all the qualities and power qualities to liberate you from oceans of samsara suffering. You see, yeah. I see. So then rely upon them. Then you see with your whole heart rely upon them. That mental factor is Hinana refuge. The Mahana refuge is then there's besides the true cause. And then you see compassion to something. So you see, you think of the constant. Even 1 second. Constant. Even 1 second. But not everything. If you think one helping or if you think one person is have been experiencing general particular suffering, Lord, numberless times from beginning, can't stand. You can't stand even for 1 second. You know that person. That's the sentiment suffering. If you think one, just one person or one Narabin or one animal or whatever. Can't stand. Okay, so the numberless is real. So see. So the free, I say, see the freedom from oceans of samsara suffering. Every one of them, see, numbers, freedom from oceans of samsara suffering and cause karma and delusion. Okay, numbers helping, numbers hunger, numbers animal, numbers. Okay, from oceans of samsara, the cause karma and delusion. Okay, yeah. So that then to be able to that. Then you go for refuge to Buddha Dhamma Sangha. You see, with all heart, totally go for refuge to Buddha Dhamma Sangha. That they will qualities to help you. See, yeah, and to liberate yourself, to liberate the sentient beings, okay, from oceans of some cause. You see, then that mental factor, and with compassion, then the mental factor is their mind refuge. So that okay. Then after you generate this thought, okay. The three causes, useful fear to your own samsara, the compassion, then the faith to Buddha Dhamma, the qualities. Okay? So then they completely rely on Buddha Dharma Sangha Then go for refuge. So then Sangha Chudan, so Lama like a Sang Charku or Sangha Chudan, Chanjabotan, so Hanjabotan gets you. So then you go for Buddha, you go for refuge Buddhama Sangha, I go for refuge Buddhama Sangha. That's the cause refuge. That's the cause of refuge. And the internal enlightenment achieved, that's the result refuge. So refuge has a cause refuge, the result refuge, you see. So internal enlightenment achieved, internal I achieve enlightenment, you see. That's the result refuge. So in the philosophical text, there's section of the refuge, you see, that the cause refuge, the result refuge talks, you see. So here, first one's cause refuge. Separate, which is separate, you go for refuge to Buddha Sangha, which is separate from your mind, you see. Cause refuge. So why you go for refuge for that, isn't it? And the main point is to treat with result refuge. So to exercise your mind to become dharma, to exercise the whole path to say whole path of liberation, or whole path to enlightenment. Okay, so exercise that. So especially wisdom directly perceiving emptiness. Okay, and then you become the sangha. Then you become the sangha. Then you from that you see the complete dharma. Then you become Buddha. Then you become the Buddha. You see, so you achieve the result time is Buddha Dharma Sangha. You see, achieve. So then you're able to do perfect work to ascend the beings to bring them to enlightenment. So for that, then you need to take refuge. In order to succeed that, then you need to take refuge to the you need to take refuge to the cause refuge again. You need to practice cause refuge. Allow the Dhamma Sangha, separate, separate from you, separate mind from you. So that so here the refuge really not just words, not just between lips, but from the heart. Really from the bottom of the heart. Okay, so that. Then is then you see here Lama during Kalachakra initiation with Gaya, many years ago. Then I think that there was a thing which is Rinpoche many 4 different teachers are using such a teaching there. So at that time it said usually prayer is Sonamji. Sonam is a marriage, Dolapage simply may able to achieving enlightenment, not benefit for that, benefit. And dollar is trans-migrating beings, okay? Not benefit trans-migrating beings. So normally that's what's mentioned, you see. So suddenly, as I said, this was like Sonam Jesus was that. He's saying just like because it's the treaty with the two kayas, for something with Dhamma kaya, you need to collect the two merits, the merit of wisdom, merit of virtue, merit of wisdom, cause of the Dhamma kaya, the merit of virtue, the cause of the kaya. So that is like so Chok means collections. So here that guy just these all the so here see to what I'm saying to meditation. These are the past, present, these are the past, present, and future merits collected by oneself, and 3 past merits collected by number of sentient beings and Buddhas. I didn't include Buddha in past, but now I include Buddhas. Oh, this recent time. So I thought it to make more powerful. Okay, not all of us in the merit. So then you put together all the merits, you see, so powerful. It's like you see, it's like collect $1 from many, everybody in this world. Everybody collect $1 from everybody in this world. You see, so then it becomes how many people there? How many billion people? I'm not sure. So you see, how many billion people? So you see, the dollar. So it's then you see very powerful. Then what you can do things. You see, big things. So that you see, and so not only you are married, possibly all married. If you are married, not just treatment, but you see all the power from beginning, all the power and present. All then like that, number of sentient beings, the past, then number of Buddhas with past. So that okay, so that's the atomic. Then dollar pinches, in order to benefit for transmigrating beings, dollar pinch. Not benefit transmigrating. So now, in order to benefit that, one must think this way, meaning not benefit. Okay, so transmigrating beings. So the so I just mentioned this, then we stop there. Okay, then we sleep. We sleep while we're standing. We sleep while we're up, while we're physically up. We sleep. And we're what was I saying? Yeah. So see, in order to benefit all the transmigratory beings, they so must think the meaning of that. You see, so the first thing is liberate them. You see, so think they have been suffering. So they being totally, completely under the control of karma and delusion. You see, being totally under the control, they have no freedom at all. Themselves have no freedom at all. Completely under control of karma and delusion. You see, their life is there. Then you see, from beginningless rebirth. But this is not only now, from beginningless rebirth. Okay. And then they happen to see they happen reincarnating then without choice at all in this the 6 realms, and then see in one of the realms always born, then experience all the suffering, die. You see, so like this from beginning, all the sufferings as I said, what Buddha explained. You see, and what I explained Lamrim Sutra. So so they have been experiencing all these sufferings in different realms. This is numberless times from beginningless rebirth. Okay, so so they naturally like this. So themselves no freedom at all. So they start to say. So then you see, when you think that, then there's no choice. Compassion has to rise to them. See, so you to benefit of them. Free them from suffering, to cause them happiness, liberty, enlightenment. So anyway, so that's to liberate, from oceans of samsara suffering and cause karma. Okay, so that's to liberate. So that's one meaning of benefiting them. The transmigratory. So migrating. Now you understand what it means migrating. So they're totally being under the control of karma delusion. Totally being under the control of karma. They migrate in the 6 realms. One of the realms. From beginning it's migrate and experience all the sufferings. Like that. You see. So so why they call door is one meaning is that doors. Dollar pinchers, benefit the transmigratory beings. So and then you see then you see another benefit. Second benefit is to bring them to enlightenment. To bring them to enlightenment. Okay. So then for that then to do that then may I achieve enlightenment. For that may I achieve enlightenment. Yeah. For the sentence for them. Okay. So then say that so so that general bodhicitta, the special principal consciousness Zosem is principal consciousness, special principal consciousness, that which is focus on the same object in 5 similar ways. With the wish, seeking the works of others means, and seeking enlightenment. One's seeking enlightenment. So they say that. So not all that. That's minimal definition. The minimal words that explained in the Shitshin present project part of the text. So anyway. So another meaning of the another meaning is transmigrable or goer. Gore or going, gore or going. So what we say, dollar. One meaning is since from the rebirth, since from the birth, you see, since from the rebirth, they're constantly going to the death. Oh, you see, constantly, every second, you see, constantly going non-stop, even second, you see, constantly going to death. Oh, that's also the dollar. That's also one meaning of dollar. So you see, then you think that, then develop compassion. You see. So anyway, so when you generate this bodhicitta, then when you generate this bodhicitta, you see, skies of merit collected. Skies of, I think more than skies of merit were collected. You see. When you each time when you generate this bodhicitta, you just you put the palm together at the heart, the collections of merits, you see, collected by ourselves, may achieve enlightenment, not benefit for all the sentiments, not benefit all the transmigrant beings. So each time when you think that, you collect more than limited skies of merits. It mentioned the limited path from enlightenment, more than limited skies of, you see. It was materialized more than limited skies of merits. Yeah, that's right. Then you see, and the Buddhist and the Lama teaches the teaching limited path from enlightenment. They mentioned 관계 체매 당예지 상계 신앙 메kange 렌젠 둔지 강체의 지된 거라 부어에 관계 탐호 자제의 자주는 셈제나 저받는 제발 봐. 딜레미트 정확한. So what I'm saying is 관계 체매 당예지. This Ganga is not Indian River Ganga. This is the Pacific Ocean. This is mentioned in the footnote. Mentioned one chapter. Papanga teaching was receiving teachings of the chapter. Promise Guru Rinpoche, and then Rinpoche explained this Ganga is Pacific Ocean. So the Ganga Chinese Sangha. Buddha's field, harmony field, equivalent number of the centigrams of the Pacific Ocean. So can you imagine? So that many Buddha's field, then you fill up with the 7 types of jewels, diamond, gold, silver, the 7 types of jewels. And they offer the Buddhas, offer the saviors, grand savior. And then you see another comparison. See, you put palms, simply you put palms together. Then you generate bodhicitta. So this one is wow. So this one. This one you see, far more greater. You collect far more greater merits than the offering, than the previous offering. The offering, see, the Buddha's field. How many Buddha's field? Equal number of the sand grains of the Pacific Ocean. The sand grain is not ordinary sand. Also, you have to understand. The sand grain is not ordinary sand. It's something extremely subtle. There's 7 little atoms of the water, atoms of the there's 7 of those extremely subtle. Or it's talking about that. Atoms of water, atoms of there's 7 very subtle. Oh, talk about that. It's not the ordinary sand. what we think sense, not that. So Buddha's field, equal number of this and all the Pacific Ocean, Ganga, you see. And then fill up the 7 types of jewels, complete full, they offer the Buddhas, okay? Then put palm together, say, Jenny Bodhicitta, Twitching 1%, this one. So see, all those other that become small compared to this one, small. This one, far more greater. Far more greater. Anyway, collect, you see. But Jenny Bodhicitta, if it's materialized, is more than the sky. If it's materialized, so Chabat Chabrapa, Major, how what is there more wonderful than this? More imminent than this? So therefore, whenever we do Sangha Chudan, must meditate, must do well from the heart, really. So then you see, can you imagine the benefit what you get? Most amazing. See, can you imagine the meditation? Wow, amazing. If you think business way, wow, yeah, wow, you're the most fortunate person. Wow, that you see, this is prayer. This Sangha Chudan, I think this came from Lama Disha, I think Sangha Chudan. And this is prayer from Lama Disha. So we somehow we got the merit Mahana teaching and able to practice this Lama Disha, the teaching Sangha Chudan. So then I just want to love it. Sangha Chudan. Then you go like to see merits more than sky. Can you imagine? Each time when you do this, so must meditate sitting. Okay, so then you see, the this so as soon as yes, when you think about I, you see think immediately of the I. So there's the refugees. The I is immediately I. So same with the emptiness. So that. So however, Jedrugamba, who has the hermitage on top, very high in Tibet, you see, ceremonies on top. There's a very top. There's a hermitage. Jedrugamba Lama, who found that hermitage. Jedrugamba. So his advice is that, after this, then you the I who is seeking enlightenment, the empty. I, they think the real I who is seeking enlightenment. You think that's what appears to Krishna is empty. And then the real action seeking enlightenment, see something empty. Then also real enlightenment is not merely of mind. What appears to your mind, empty. And then for whom is he seeking enlightenment? For sentient beings. Well, again, the sentient being appear real one, not merely of mind. It's to your heart's mind. So it's empty. So the mental like that. It's to come with advice. So here, so when you do this, already at the very beginning of the practice, already done the very heart of practice, of Buddhism, the renunciation, but it's the right view. It's all done at the beginning. See, during the refuge, the renunciation of that. So see, then bodhicitta so it's a very powerful. So I think stop here.